So after my younger sister was born, I knew that everything that he told me that day, it was accurate. So I had no reason to doubt his advice. And also, when I look at his advice, he didn't say, this is what you must do. He said, listen, you are going to get a Y junction. And when you get there, you need to choose carefully which road are you going to take, because they are leading to different destinations. So this is not T junction, this is Y junction. So you have to choose wisely. And if you choose this direction, it's going to lead you there. And if you choose this direction, it's going to lead you to another destination. So it was a blessing, because I see people who are way older than me this day, they are at the crossroad and they don't know where to go. No one advised them. No one told them that you are going to get a T junction, a Y junction, or a crossroad. They just traveled on this spiritual journey and they got themselves in a position whereby they don't even know which road they have to take or what they will face there. I was just fortunate, I was blessed, because of I was told. He didn't tell me what to do. He said the decision is yours to make. So after my younger sister was born, and I knew that, I have no reason to doubt him. Everything that he told me, it was accurate. In the meantime, my stepfather, he kept on bringing the conversation. Listen, we spoke, and I told you, you cannot stay here in my house if you are not working, if you are not going to school. And now he also introduced a new law. And he said, in my house, once you're turning 18, you must be on your own. You must go out there and start your life. And he meant it, because when I turned 18, I knew that I had to go. And when my younger sister was turning 18, she had to go. He had to kick her out. That was his, rules. But unfortunately, when years go by, we got surprised when, his biological children were not kicked out. I'm like, okay, the rules only apply to me and my younger sister. You know what I'm saying? But, those are the things that, sometimes when you sit down now, when you're older, you're like, you know what? 9 out of 10 times, your biological father will always go to war for you. And obviously, there is no such thing like, we're happily money because of I love the woman, I'm with the woman, and I'm gonna, treat the children the same. It's evident. It's only few men who will treat kids the same. But we all know, most of fathers, will do what they can do while they're still with your mom. But the truth is, we have to be grateful for them taking the responsibility of saying, yeah, your dad is not here. The guy is gone. The guy you ran away, or the guy couldn't make it with your mom because of whatever reasons that, they couldn't see things eye to eye. But you know what? I will step in as a father and I will guide you how I can guide you. And if I feel like from here on I cannot take over, bruh, you are 18 now, go out there, see the world. I am grateful for what he did, and I respect him for that. I'm telling the story because of, I have to tell the story. But, I still respect him for being with us for those few years and taking over while the biological father couldn't. So when that time comes, then it's like saying, look, man, you're 18, you have to go out. You have to do what you can do. And I didn't even have hard feelings, because after that, I got myself a place where I was renting, but I still came back to see mom and my stepfather and to see my siblings, and it was all cool. And we got along. Now, as he was telling me about the 18-year rule, and I was 17, and I knew that sooner I will turn 18, so I had to go and look for a job. I don't have an ID. Remember, I went to Home Affairs in Senwaba Rwana. It was known as Bochum during that time, with my grandmother. I told the story with my home language, but I'm just saying it so that you can understand. What I have is what they used to call, is it duplicate? Yeah, it's like a temporary ID, if I may say. You are having a temporary ID to show that you are waiting for the ID to be issued by the Home Affairs. We remember the head office was like Pretoria. They were saying, yeah, if you do it in Pretoria, it doesn't take long. But, we waited for those IDs. Some of you guys, before these smart cards were introduced, we were using that ID. Now, I had to go to Bashley to go and look for a job. I had no experience. I'm a 17-year-old boy. I had nothing. All I did during my days when I was 14, 15, I was running a game of dance. I was always the money guy, and now I have to go and work. Then I got to Bashley, things were difficult, man. People will always tell you, no, don't worry much, just go to the church, you sit down there, you will find other people who are looking for a job. White people are always hiring people, to do their gardens, or maybe when they are moving from, this house to the next house, they will look for people who will be, helping. Okay, fine, I was there, but I was young, I was not getting jobs. And then, sometimes you get a piece job there and there, they hire you to go and cut the grass. Sometimes they give you a piece job where you go there and you remove a tree. You work as hard as you can so that they can call you tomorrow. Because if they see that you're a hard worker, then you stand a chance to be called again next week or next month. That's what we were told. Man, work as hard as you can. White people will love you and they will give you a job. Okay, no problem. I did as I was told. I was starting to get few piece jobs there and there. Others, they like me. They said, man, you must come back next week. Now I'm starting getting a little bit of money. Now my stepfather kept on, reminding me, you have to find your place. You have to find your place. And I knew that I have to find my place. Then the biggest problem was that, during that time, I was not getting permanent jobs because of now I didn't have ID. When I showed them the temporary ID, they were not, buying my story. Now, time went by. One day we were at that Bashley church where we're sitting outside, because during the day around 10ish, there will be a church service which will be there. We will go there, white people will be there, and they will be preaching the word of God, and they will start cooking, food for us. They will give us food and we will eat, and so that we can get strength and we have to praise Jesus. That's how it goes. No matter whatever I was dealing with, I never let go of my God. I didn't care what kind of a church it was. As long as they talk about God, I will be there. I will attend that church. I don't care if it's, dominated by white, black, or Indian. I will be there. That was me. They also had, places where you can just go and get something to eat. There were houses whereby, white people were not even that bad to us. They knew that these guys are struggling. These guys, they don't have jobs. So you just go to the house, you ring the doorbell, and within minutes, there comes the white woman. She's having 2 slices of bread and a cup of coffee or a cup of sweet or juice. So all you have to do is to sit down there, eat. When you're done, you leave the cup there. She doesn't, worry much about it. Then she will come back later and pick up the cups. We knew that. There were houses that you go in and you just ring the doorbell. She comes with bread because they decided to dedicate their time, to help the poor. And there were others who were driving their cars. They will come there to church when we were waiting outside. And the, car will stop and they will give us bread each and they will give us chicken or whatever. And that's how things were. We never even thought about things like, because of apartheid, maybe they can do something bad to us. We were like, okay, we are eating because these people are giving us food. Even Indians, they loved giving us food. The only problem is that the food is extra hot. And yeah, we were eating, eh? So now we sit there, we're looking for jobs, and sometimes there will come a car. Somebody will say, I'm looking for 4 people, and we jump into a car, we go to work, and sometimes we get those other guys who are bad. They will take you, you go somewhere, and you'll be working the whole day, not knowing that you are working for free. The guy will get a tender somewhere to clean somewhere alongside the road. The guy will give you some pangas and stuff to go and clean there. So not knowing that the guy will not come back again. So the guy just dropped you there. You've been working the whole day. When it comes to that time to knock off where you must get paid, the guy disappeared. And you just hear others telling you that, what, we were also, taken to that space, and the guy will always disappear on you. So some other people are bad. We dealt with a lot during those days.